All right, what's going on? So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about habits, the compound interest of life. So, if you aren't sure, this quote will sum it up for you. Good habits make time our ally, bad habits make time our enemy. It's pretty much all you need to know. I'll see you in the next video. The rest is just more of that. Again, understanding how to develop, upgrade our habits allows us to create the systems of living that will determine our destiny here in our life. I love that video with Steph Curry where they ask, are the habits that you have today on par with the dreams that you have for tomorrow? So the dreams that we have is that mission, right? That aim. And we have to ask, are the habits that we have on par with where we want to get to? Habits are the compound interest of life, of improvement or self-destruction, as time magnifies the margin between success and failure. Vince Lombardi, I think he's a coach. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. So the slight edge, I'll show you the picture in the next slide. Basically, it's all about simple, small, daily decisions and disciplines that, over time, creates the compound effect. Team Sky, this is a good story about the aggregation of marginal gains. They're a professional cycling team, which at first wasn't great. Then they focused on making 1% improvements in almost everything that they did. So they try to improve very incrementally, like their diet, improve it by 1%, their rest, their training, uh, everything. And they ended up doing very well. So I should probably actually try that, the aggregation of marginal gains. But it's all about upgrading your habits. So here it is. This is the slight edge right here. So again, you don't need to make drastic changes, contrary to popular belief. You just need to make small changes that over time compound. Here, this is kind of like that overlay that I had with the Dunning-Kruger effect and the life cycle of a startup versus language acquisition. Like you have that valley of disappointment, you have that trough of sorrow, where like you're putting in effort. This is where like I am right now. You're putting in effort, but like the results are not showing up because the effects are exponential. And so you just got to push through, just push through. So, habits. We humans are lazy by default. We're efficient with our energy. And so, to change habits, this is what's difficult for people. Even if they know what they need to do, it's hard to change our programming and our default way of being because most of us just repeat. And so, we want to make it as simple as possible. So, one of the ways to do that is to use the 2-minute rule. So if you have a goal of doing yoga 4 times a week, well, that sounds pretty daunting. Make it simple to just unroll your yoga mat 4 times a week. That's definitely doable. And the reason you do that is one, like you reward yourself for showing up in a small way. Or like if you're going to the gym, instead of trying to go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, try putting on your gym shoes and leaving your house 3 or 4 times a week. Because the effort to exert any new habit is greatest in the beginning. So once you break that first barrier, like once you unroll your yoga mat, the chances that you will actually follow through are much higher. You can also restructure your environment. So if you want to stop drinking or stop smoking or whatever, like get rid of that stuff in your house. Make it harder to just access. You can also, again, this goes into stakes, be a part of something that where there's the standard behavior. So like a CrossFit gym, some kind of club, some kind of organization or a friend group that does what you want to do. Alcoholics Anonymous, um, whatever it is, right? That where your desired habit is the standard behavior. They'll help hold you accountable. Another thing that I don't really do is using variable rewards. So why casinos are so addictive, and uh, yeah, it's because of variable rewards. So typically, the bad habits that we have, quote unquote, are ones that have short-term rewards. They make us feel good in the short term, but are detrimental to us long term. Whereas good habits are the opposite. They're kind of boring and whatever in the short term, but have favorable rewards in the long term. So how can we pull those feel-good rewards from the future more into the present? Is to use variable rewards. So, for example, you can have a jar with 9 red and 1 blue marble, and when you do one of your good habits, you can pick out a marble, and if you get the blue one, then you get to reward yourself, whatever that looks like. It could be a movie, bubble bath, a new outfit, a new jacket, whatever it is that makes you feel good. So you reward yourself for doing the habit. Lastly, so basically, yeah, whatever your plan is, your course of action, you want to be able to break it down into what habits you need to implement, and your numbers help you here as well, to figure out what is the minimum standard that you want to implement. The Miracle Morning, Feet Hal Elrod. So this is the SAVERS acronym. This is what a lot of people, successful people, do. SAVERS. So silence, some kind of a mindfulness or meditation practice, some form of affirmations where you reinforce your mindset, your image of yourself, your vision also of what you hope to achieve, some form of exercise, movement. I go a little bit more into that in the health uh, aspect of things. To read or watch YouTube, like educational content. Basically, you're trying to update your mental hardware and software by learning from others in whatever topic that is important to you at this time. And scribing is journaling, is writing. It can be planning out your day, figuring out what task you need to do that's most important. It could also just be a brain dump. So for me, I love to scribe, journal, not every day, but every couple days. Just it feels like it gets stuff out of my brain. So it's just a brain dump. And yeah, again, you don't have to do this all the time. You can also bunch things together. If you go on a walk, for example, in the morning, or a run, that's exercise. But you can also visualize, make affirmations, and be silent during that time. So it can all be bunched into one. It doesn't have to take a super long time. Or you can do some of it in the morning, some of it at night. You can do it some of it in the middle of the day during a break. Take some time to visualize or to meditate, to just be silent with yourself. So, yes, that's it. Hope that you're able to upgrade your habits. Again, our standards will dictate our lives. If you need help with any of this, reach out to me. Again, this is why I'm here. This is what I love to do. Let's grow together. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.